Today we're looking at The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. And can I just say, I'm the person who needs this book perhaps more than anybody else on the planet. That's right, I have a reputation, so I'm really excited to hit this. So I just read the book and I started to apply it. And what's amazing, so amazing about the Konmari method is that it makes you look at cleaning completely differently. This is high philosophy and spirituality, but we'll come back to this. The first thing Ms. Kondo starts off with is this idea of discarding. Discard. Get rid of things. Then you organize your space completely in one go. That's right, you better set some time aside, particularly first thing in the morning without music. With this said, you look at people like me and we've never learned how to clean because this is not something that you go to learn. How many cleaning classes did you take at the university? How about in preschool? So nobody's even teaching this professionally in this culture that I've ever met. My wife and I, when we started dating or whatever, we were such slobs, and now we're married and we're still like that. But we expected each other to be able to organize everything. And she said she didn't know how, and I said I didn't know how, and we looked at each other and said, what are we going to do? It was sort of an oh no screaming moment. And we both immediately blamed our parents. And then we realized nobody taught them either. And some people can do this. My mom was an amazing housekeeper, but I don't know why she didn't teach me how to do this. But the point is, for those of us who aren't, we're just kind of screwed. And that's putting it delicately. So get this. This is interesting. If you take a little bit day by day, like we've all been taught, I was taught that much. Mom taught me that much. Then you'll never be clean and organized according to the author. Why? Because it's hard to form a new habit. It's hard. And if you haven't been good at staying tidy this long, then it will be impossible to develop the habit of tidying a little bit at a time. So we're looking at doing something deeper. We're looking at changing our mindset. And Ms. Kondo says, the ultimate secret of success is this. If you tidy up in one shot, rather than little by little, you can dramatically change your mindset. Because to do this correctly, you need to see the results and feel the effects. That's why you plan out a time and go straight into your room with a handful of garbage bags. And let me add, this isn't something that you do every day, okay? This is a special event. Do not even think of putting your things away until you have finished the process of discarding, Marie Kondo says. So as you're leading up to this event, visualize a space that you want to see. Look in home and garden magazines, which will help you get a sense of the lighting and space, and ask yourself, why do I want to tidy? See what your space wants in your mind. Visualize this. Why are we doing this? I think probably to be happy, right? So back to discarding. Step 1, what do you discard? We ask. Well, firstly, we need to change our language. We're here to choose what we want to keep, not what we want to get rid of. The best way to choose what to keep and what to throw away is to take each item in your hand and ask, does this spark joy? If it does, keep it. If it does not, dispose of it. You must take each outfit in your hand. When you touch a piece of clothing, your body reacts. Isn't that fascinating? This is like the video, if you saw that on my channel, the last video, Emotional Intelligence. This Konmari method is speaking to the emotional brain, this part of you that speaks in ideas and concepts and symbols. It also reminds me of the sandbox in the world of therapy, if you've explored that Jungian therapy. So here we are. We're keeping only those things that speak to our heart. But don't just start doing this yet, okay? You want to do this one category at a time. That is, you want to discard one category at a time. Most people think, I'm going to select and discard by location. We're going to clean the bedroom. Today, we'll clean the bedroom. Don't do this. That approach is fatal, and I mean quite literally, because most people don't seem to bother to store similar items in the same place. We don't. They're all over the place. So we're going to discard according to category. The best sequence is this. Clothes first, then books, papers, miscellaneous, and lastly, mementos. So to start, you're going to get all your clothing and take out every item and lay everything in one spot. You're going to have to go through all the drawers, go through all the rooms in the house and grab all the clothing. And this is all going in your huge pile. And anything that doesn't go in the pile gets thrown away. Just know that up front. So you're gonna have to be pretty ruthless here and grab it. Then pick up each outfit and see if it sparks joy. Does this spark joy, you say, holding it in your hand? Those items and only those are the ones to keep, Ms. Kondo says. Then follow the same procedure for every category in the order that is the exact sequence we gave. Let me say it again, because you may have forgotten it. Clothes first, then books, papers, miscellaneous, and lastly, mementos. Kondo says, the work of carefully considering each object I own to see whether it sparks joy in me is like conversing with myself through the medium of my possessions. I thought that was so beautiful of her to say. Again, it's a form of therapy, and that's why we're doing it in a quiet spot by ourselves, without music first thing in the morning. You don't want to include any family members in this. They'll be like, why are you throwing away my sweater? I got you that for Christmas. You're going to throw away my shoes? Why would you do that? And when you do discard an item, Kondo actually says to it, thank you for giving me joy when I bought you, or thank you for teaching me what doesn't suit me. Every object has a role to play. Not all clothes have come to you to be worn threadbare. It is the same with people. Not every person you will meet in life will become a close friend or lover. Some you will find hard to get along with or impossible to like, but the people too teach you the precious lesson of what you do like so that you will appreciate those special people even more. Letting things go is like life and death, and choosing to live the life that you want to lead. And so by acknowledging their contribution and letting them go with gratitude, you will be able to truly put the things you own and your life in order. Thank you so much for joining me today, and feel free to share this video with any of your friends. This book is so interesting. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and thumbs up button if you haven't already. Meanwhile, have a fantastic week. I'll see you next Friday. It was great, as always.